Overview. Mosses are small, non-vascular flowerless plant species found growing in shady and damp areas, this according to Lubis, 2018. These plant species lack vascular tissues and do not produce flowers and seeds, instead, they reproduce through spores. In the taxonomic hierarchy, moss belongs to the kingdom Plantae and division Bryophyta, this is according to Linus, 2019. Mosses are the largest group of Bryophyta with around 1,400 species, this is according to Windadri et al. 2021. Funaria, Polytrichum, Sphagnum and Hypnum are all examples of mosses. Gametophyte. In structure, the gametophyte is distinguished into protonema and leafy stage, forming the male and female sex organs at their tips. The female sex organs are known as archegonia. It functions by producing the ovum or female gamete and is protected by perichecium-modified leaves. The archegonia resemble the shape of a bottle container. The male sex organ is known as antheridia. The antheridia are tiny, stalked, and resemble a club-shaped structure. It functions by producing male gametes and is protected by modified leaves known as perigonium. The antheridium mature to release antherozoites, which are biflagellate in structure. They swim in the water and fertilize with the egg of the archegonium. The formation of the diploid zygote leads to the second life phase of mosses, the sporophyte. The archegonium divides to form calyptra, which acts as a protective structure for the capsule in the sporophyte. The diploid zygote develops into a diploid sporophyte. A sporophyte consists of a foot-long stalk called a seta, a capsule capped by the operculum. This sporophyte remains attached to the gametophyte, which is similar to a parasite and is dependent on food and water, which divides by mitosis. The capsule contains spore-producing cells which undergo meiosis to form haploid spores. The capsule has teeth-like structures called peristomes, which prevent spores from falling off in wet conditions. When the conditions are favorable, the spores are ready to be dispersed, the operculum and peristome fall off, and spores are scattered in the environment. The spores falling on a wet, damp ground germinate to form protonema, a thread-like, filamentous structure. Protonema acts as a transitional structure, which later develops into a gametophyte. Hence, this completes the life cycle of a moss plant. Asexually. When a leaf or stem breaks off from the plant, they become individual parents and divide asexually to form new plants. Why can mosses not complete their life cycle in a dry environment? Moss plants are dependent on water for sexual reproduction. For a moss plant to complete its life cycle, they require water, and here water acts as a medium for flagellated sperm to reach the egg and undergo fertilization. Hence, mosses cannot complete their life cycle in a dry environment. These are my references used in presentation regarding life cycle of a moss plant.